so much of what Paul's created, it's not from the source material. It's from his imagination. Or him saying, well, I know there's this name of this character who happened to be in the Gene Wilder film, like Slugworth, or Prodnose and Trickelgruber, who are in the books. But for him to blow up those characters and make them more like, and then my character, as far as I know, is a completely brand new creation. And so is Kayla's character, so is Noodles, and all of the people that work at Scrub It and Bleacher. So I just really admire his imagination, and I like his writing style. It's been wonderfully collaborative to work with him. My character, the chief of police, is their, I guess for lack of a better word, a lackey. And he knows he's a lackey, but he tries to assert his power, which is non-existent. And so he ends up being the muscle, but he's never, it's a new turn for him because he's never been the muscle before. He's always kind of been able to find a administrative way to move people along so that they don't threaten the cartel's business. And now there's been this turn where he's in a position now where they're asking him to actually use muscle to get rid of Wonka. They're so afraid of Wonka. They're like, no, we need you to like really, really get rid of him. I mean, that's another reason I did the movie, is this kid never ceases to amaze. Just amazes me all the time. And his work is so varied. If you see him, when I watch him in previous projects that he's done, he's such a young man and has such a deep soul. He really does, for someone as young as he is. And he is very handsome and beautiful, and I get all that. But I think that there's something way deeper than that. I think this young man's going to work for a very, very long time. He's more than a pretty face. And he brings something interesting. He brings substance to his roles. Lindy Hemming's wardrobe is unbelievable, that she found a way to incorporate all these different periods, but make them very cohesive. And that's a real talent. That's a gift to do that, and she's done it in spades. I love the fact that I get to wear this costume. This is the kind of thing I wanted to do when I was young and wanted to be an actor, because to me this was acting. When you get to play dress up like you did when you were a kid. You put the blanket around your neck and you were Superman. You look in the mirror and the work, exquisite work that the hair and makeup team have done. I just want, part of my excitement for people to see this movie is just that they can see the makeup and the wigs, and it's extraordinary. It just harkens back to when you were a kid. And that part of me has been activated while making this movie. I think everyone, including kids, are gonna like the scope. I mean, it's just like, as soon as you figure out the caper element of the story, then all of a sudden there's an Oompa Loompa. And then once you figure out how the Oompa Loompa, because like, again, I'm saying, Willie's always solving problems. Okay, I've got this thing, and I'm gonna solve it this way. Oh, but the Oompa Loompa stole my chocolate. Okay, so I've gotta get him, and I gotta get a contraption to capture him so I can make a deal with him. Okay, then I've gotta figure out, okay, if the cartel won't let me stay here, right? And I think everyone's gonna enjoy that. There are great characters in this piece, but it's so cleverly plot-driven that adults will be activated, and they'll be enamored by Willie. You really root for him.